I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 121. Just a reminder before we start that you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Vero at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at info@ratedgforgamers.com. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rotino. This is my co-host, Dan. I can't wait for E3 Robinson.
What's going on, man?
We had an amazing show last week. We had a blast with the Cartridge Gamer of Instagram and YouTube fame. He was our guest on the show. We had a very super long E3 prediction show. It was great. If you haven't heard that yet, pause this podcast, download that episode, listen to that episode, then come back and listen to this episode. This is a little E3 mini pre-show, all right? So we're going to do a short little show and kind of go over all of the conferences and what we think they should do and what we want them to do and, you know, what we think would be like really awesome to see and whatnot. So we're gonna kind of just run down our thoughts, little kind of freeform, you know, what we think would be awesome, what would be good for the company, and so on and so forth.
However,
go ahead.
We will start the show as we always try to do and epically fail. Not today. And I don't think last week either. Dave, have you been playing anything since last episode?
Yeah, I mean, you know, still playing God of War. I know. And
slow burn.
Hey, man, I'm getting all my money's worth. I'm doing all the side quests. I'm beating all the Valkyries. I'm doing everything, man.
Are you actually beating the Valkyrie?
I don't half-ass anything. I'm working on it. They will be.
They are tough.
I know.
They are tough to beat.
I know. They don't scare me.
You don't scare easily?
Nah, I don't scare easily.
You know why?
Why?
Because you're the God of War.
I am the God of War. That's right. What would I be? What would I be if I get scared by some Valkyries? So yeah.
Well, yeah. You know what? This is a man that beat Resident Evil 7 in VR, so he ain't scared of no Valkyries.
Yeah. You know what's up.
I beat Detroit Become Human.
Hey, very nice.
Yeah, I thought it was at the end, and I finished it the other day. Listen, really good game. Like that game a lot. I had some long work hours this week, so you know, coming home to just like sort of play this game. And I got to be honest, I know I said I wasn't gonna go back and you know, make different decisions, but towards the end, I didn't end it the way I really wanted to, or the way I thought it would end if I make certain decisions. So I'm not gonna replay the whole game, but I think I'll go back and redo the ending. I think I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, man. You know, there's definitely a lot of meat in the bone. You know, that's awesome. I also do want to mention before we jump into everything, we are going to have 3 days of E3 coverage. We will have new episodes out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're going to go over everything that comes out of E3.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah. Did you forget already?
Did I agree to that? All 3 days? Like 3 days?
Yeah. Oh, Dan, how quickly you forget.
Just like last year.
I know, exactly. Hey. A little bit of, you know, behind the scenes, behind the curtain. One of those shows that we did last year, I came from a company outing baseball game, right? Came all the way home and still recorded the show. All right. So I don't want to hear it.
Nice. You know what?
Dedication.
I don't have to do any of that. I think I'm gonna take those days off.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have it real tough, Mr. Robinson.
I'm gonna watch it live.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna watch every announcement live.
Oh man. So you want to get into it?
All right, so let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So the festivities start off on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, like E3 starts on Sunday, but EA just has to be different, right? They just want to be different from everyone else. They want to go. They want to go first. They want to get out there all the news and all the sports games.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be going on Saturday first. So I mean, listen, we're gonna see the normal stuff. You know, we're gonna see all the sports games. I got to be honest. I want to see NBA Live, like a good NBA Live game.
Well,
I want to know if they can do it.
Basketball.
I care about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a big basketball fan. I was all in. I had all the live games growing up as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm a big live fan, and then 2K just blew them out the water, and live just sucked.
I mean, like they're
12 years.
They're not a bad franchise, right? I mean, it's good, but compared to 2K always wins, right? Is that kind of how that goes?
2K just, you know, they had better modes, better gameplay, better graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Just over the last, I mean, since like 2006, I want to say. Like, I've just been 2K every year buying 2K games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, and I say this every year, I want live to be a thing. I want it to be a thing again. I want it to be competitive where it's like, are you going to get live or you get 2K? Because, you know, live is like great, you know? So I want to see a good live game.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest.
Sure. I mean, like, you know, beyond all the sports titles, obviously we're going to get the new Battlefield. You know, beyond that, we're probably going to see some Anthem stuff. Which will be good because Anthem looks super awesome.
Do you think we get a release date for Anthem?
I think we have to get a release date for Anthem. I mean, you know, if we don't, you know, that's very telling of where that game is in terms of production. You know, because then that means like, okay, we don't get a release date. It's not coming out around Christmas. It's probably not coming out around Christmas too. You know, that means like June.
Wait. You think Anthem is a 2018 game?
They had a whole big trailer last year.
No.
If they don't have gameplay of it this year, like, I don't know, it's going to get into Crackdown territory.
Well, we didn't see any play. We really didn't see any like in game. Like we didn't see any gameplay.
But we had like a pretty hype trailer. You know.
I thought I was looking at Titanfall 3.
Yeah, no, it certainly had a lot of shades of that. You know, it definitely looked a lot like Titanfall. But they say it's going to be different. You know, so yeah,
it's going to be Titanfall meets The Division.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me, for like EA to like do well this year, because they didn't start off very well with the whole Battlefront Star Wars saga and all that. Like, they are basically like the worst in fans' eyes right now. Like, they're just bottom of the barrel. I think they really need to they really need to be focused on the games. They really need to downplay the loot boxes and the DLC and all that stuff. They really have to be more dedicated to like, look, we have this awesome game coming out, right? Sure, it's going to have online play and this and that and whatever else, but you know, they have to make sure they do whatever their extra revenue is, however they're going to do it, because they're going to work it in some way that they kind of downplay that, and they definitely don't do what they did with Battlefront, where it's like, oh, you have to grind for 40 hours. Like, oh yeah, that's you know, that's great. That's great. You know, your chances of getting all these great things are like maybe 1% at best, you know, so you kind of just have to keep grinding. Like, if they do that again, like that's just gonna hurt their bottom line. You know, people are just gonna revolt and not buy their games, and their numbers aren't gonna do well. You know, so.
All right, you make some good points, and I totally agree with you on all of those points. Just they got to show a commitment to gamers, right?
Yeah, right.
Just show a commitment to gamers. Stop trying to push the loot boxes as presently constructed. You know, because look, there are always going to be some type of like in-game purchases, but don't make it, play to win.
Sure, exactly.
You know, they have to throw gamers a bone. So if they want to throw me a bone, just make a good live game, but no loot boxes. We'll see what happens. EA, let's get them out the way. They're Saturday.
Right.
Let's get into the heavy hitters. Now we're talking Sunday. All right. This is really the start of E3. We're gonna have, and Microsoft is gonna kick it off. I mean, I think it was last year, right, that they switched, right? Because I think they did it Monday morning, and then Sony did it, does it Monday night. So they switched to doing it Sunday. So they have like a full day. Like all the announcements that they do, you have the full day to sort of like let it sink in. So what are you looking forward to? Well, what do you want to see from Microsoft?
I mean, there's not much to look forward to. I mean, I'll just recap from last year. I thought they had a great conference. They were really strong. They said they had 42 exclusive games. Some of those were timed exclusives or exclusive trailers. Sure. But they had like a really strong showing, and a lot of that stuff was coming out in the fall of 2017, not in 2018 like all of Sony's games. Sony was like, we have all this great stuff coming soon, right? So I thought they killed it at the conference, and then last year they didn't really have a strong Q3 or Q4, and the beginning of this year wasn't so great. So. I want to hear news about Crackdown, which, the rumors are it's going to be 2019 now.
February 2019 seems to be, well, it's actually official. I think Kotaku did an update to their story, and they got a spokesperson from Microsoft confirmed Crackdown is now planned to release in February of next year. So there's no official release date, sort of a release window.
Right. So, I mean, there's that. So, what else do we have left that's exclusive? Like,
guarantee you, we got to get something to Gears of War.
It's like Gears and Halo. If not one, the other. If not both. They need to have something to be like, hey, look, check out our system. We have these exclusive games.
Well, I think you can book this. There will be a racing car coming from the sky or coming up from the floor, right? They do that every year for their Forza
I mean, if they
games.
have a new Forza game coming out, sure.
I want to see, just honestly, well, one, I want to see Gears because I'm a huge Gears fan. To me, and I've said this and I'm going to say it again, to me, Gears is Uncharted for Xbox. For me, I'm not comparing the games as far as... Right. Like they're, Gears and Uncharted are like the same thing. But for me, that's like my Uncharted series when I play Xbox. I love Gears of War. I'm going to play as Marcus Phoenix, not his son. Just throwing it out there. I want to see a commitment to first party games. I want to see something. I want to see some new games. Just do what, do what Sony did. They have to have something in the works, right? So show me, a new, other than Gears, other than Halo, show me something different.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we're working on it. Get me excited. I mean, look
they
at
have
Cuphead.
to.
Cuphead was like 3-4 years, right? We were looking at Cuphead.
Cuphead like was a while, and Cuphead was great. It was a big win for Microsoft in that respect. You obviously can't play this game on any other system besides PC or Xbox, which are both Microsoft platforms. Sure.
For now. But I want to see, don't show me Lucky Tales 2, Super Lucky Tales 2.
Yeah. They have to have new question mark trailers and gameplay, Otherwise I'm going to be like second guessing my Xbox One X purchase, It's like, geez.
They're going to show you more games that you can play. You played on your Xbox 360 that are enhanced in 4K. I mean, that's good too, but that can't be like the crux.
No, you can kick off your conference with that, sure, But there has to be something big. Maybe like the Xbox 2. Who knows?
No.
Maybe we get like a teaser for that.
No, can't. I'm
no,
sorry.
But I mean, like,
no,
whether whether it's something they have ready or not, like that would definitely steal the show.
We had the release of Xbox One X, or not the release, but we had they sort of had the unveiling of Xbox One X last year. They're going to do another console this year. I can't. Even a tease.
No, they're not gonna release it this year.
No, I know.
Just have a teaser for it, which means 2019. They'll be able to show actual footage.
No, I totally don't want that, because then I spent all this money for this Xbox One X. I need at least 2 years. You gotta give me 2 years with this. Like 2020 Xbox, Xbox One X2 2020. Like you gotta get. I don't want to hear nothing this year. I don't want to hear anything about any new console. Like I spent $500 for this thing. Tell me what I can play on this thing right now. That's what I want. Give me, you know what? Give me Super Lucky Tales 2 in 4K, 60 frames per second. If that's
there you go. There you go. I mean, you heard it first from Dan Robinson. No Xbox 2.
You know what? No. On all seriousness, even if they don't have the first party like games to show right now, which I think we'll, other than Xbox and Halo, I think we'll get at least 1 or 2. I'm hoping for, games that we've never heard of yet that are in development that are going to come out next year or 2 years from now. Bring back the third party, bring back. I want to see them. I want to see Call of Duty on their stage. I want to see. We already know we're going to see Anthem on their stage, because Anthem was on their stage last year, right? Maybe we'll get extended gameplay. I think they're definitely Xbox One gameplay of Anthem this year. I want to see. I want to see the third party relationships. I want to see the third party relationships.
I mean, here's the thing that they're probably going to have there, and I probably should have put this in my predictions. They will have exclusive Red Dead footage. Red Dead Redemption 2.
You think so?
I 100% think so. I 100% think so. If they don't do it, Sony's going to do it. So it has to be one of those two companies,
Well,
because the game ain't coming to the Switch.
Well, they usually stay away from E3, like Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. They usually stay away from E3. They don't, because they don't really need it, right? I mean,
no.
Was
definitely a big studio.
I know, but was GTA 5 did they have footage of GTA 5 at Sony or Xbox last time?
I don't know.
When it came out,
I can't remember, because it was back in 2013, so it was a little bit ago. But it wouldn't be for them. It would be for Microsoft. Microsoft would be like, hey, look, cut together a thing. Let's go ahead and show some. Let's get the dev team out, and they can kind of do it on Microsoft stage. It'd be big for them.
I would say it would make sense if they did that and have some exclusive content, right? Like if you buy it on Microsoft, you get these. You get this extra map for multiplayer.
Yeah, sure, something. We'll something to entice.
All right. Microsoft is sort of earlier in the day on Sunday, and super late in the day, we have Bethesda. They're coming back. Third conference in a row. I honestly thought the first one was going to be, I think they're going to be one and done, right? Like we're going to do a conference when we have something big every time. They're coming back. We already know about Rage 2 and Fallout 76. What surprises do you think they're gonna have? Do you think they have anything that we?
Skyrim, man. I said in my predictions. They had last year was strong with their Doom VFR, Doom coming to the Switch. They had the Skyrim VR. They had a lot going on last year, and they were like, look, we're going to bring this all to you. Here's like Wolfenstein 2, brand new game, Wolfenstein 2 coming to the Switch, which still hasn't necessarily happened yet, but there was just so much going on,
Evil Within 2, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Evil Within 2. So even though they've already pre-announced Fallout 76, they guaranteed have the bandwidth to be working on multiple games at once, and guaranteed, they're going to show Fallout 76. They're going to show some more footage and explain what the game is. But there has to be more, Well, I think it's going to be a new Skyrim.
Well,
I should say a new Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry. Skyrim's just the fifth one.
Well, they're gonna have, because they're gonna keep supporting Prey, right? Maybe there's always rumors that we're gonna have like more Prey DLC or something like that.
Sure.
And I think you should. I think you would like Prey. I think you should. I think on Xbox you could download a demo of Prey, like the first level.
Sure.
I played it. I played it. I pre-ordered it by accident.
I know. I never took it back.
I never say, well, I don't like to take things back, man. I like to just keep it. I tried it. Yeah. Not my thing. Not my thing. Not my jam. I want to see Doom 2. I think it's time. I think we can see Doom 2, right? It's still hot. People loved it. It was 2016. It doesn't have to come out this year.
Yeah.
We could see Doom 2, and they can put it like a release window of 2019. I would love to see that.
I think that's also a strong contender. If we don't get a new Elder Scrolls, then I think Doom is definitely a high probability. I think.
And in all the rumors, there was a secret RPG game that was like a science fiction RPG game that they were in the works. I mean, hopefully we'll find out what the hell that is.
Right.
That could be their new big franchise, right? They like to take chances and come out with. I mean, look, they're taking a big chance right now with Rage, and they took a big chance with Rage, and now they're coming out with Rage 2. Who asked for Rage 2?
Yeah. It's a weird, like, dark horse, I mean, maybe that, like, the thing of it is, like, Walmart killed that, so that was going to be one of their big reveals, and now that's gone, right? But even with Rage 2 and then Fallout 76, which is interesting that they ended up leaking that, that would have only been like 2 big showpieces, right? So then you got to think like, okay, Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch, they'll probably have a release date for that, but then
that already has a release date. It's coming out this month.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, then, like maybe we'll get some exclusive footage of it running on the Switch. I don't know. But still, that's not enough. There has to be something else. So I would say either Doom or Elder Scrolls. Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming out June 29th. That's already in the books.
Sure.
Starfield. I couldn't think of the name off the top of my head. Starfield is like that sci-fi RPG game that they were in secretly in, work. That could be their big new IP, right? That they're working on. So I think it's a good chance we'll see that.
Right.
And that's why when we did the predictions, I said, I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're going to put out a new Skyrim game right now. I know that they definitely 1,000% are working on it, but I know we have a lot of sequels out, right? Like we had Doom, we got Wolfenstein, right? The Evil Within 2, Rage 2, right? They put out Fallout 4, and then they put out Fallout 76. These are all sequels, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure they want to breathe. What does Dave want? Dave always wants new IP, right? So Starfield.
I want new IP on the Switch. I want new IP on the Switch. I want new IP all over the place.
So Starfield, I think, is sort of their new baby.
Sure.
That they want to put out there, which is why I think Skyrim is pushed to the next generation consoles.
I 100% disagree. I would say it's going to come out because that means it's another 3 years, probably 2 years minimum, probably 3 years for the next Elder Scrolls game to come out. They would definitely not wait that long. It's been 7 years since the last one. They've milked it for all it's worth. I would say they would put it out on this generation and then do the quote-unquote remaster for next generation. And then everybody has to double dip and buy it again because why would you not?
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
All right. So let's switch gears. Let's go to Monday. Square Enix. Square. I know how much you love Square.
I do.
Listen, their big game as of right now, besides Kingdom Hearts 3, is Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yep.
Right? Like we already know it's coming out in September. I'm actually looking forward. I mean, now it's not exclusive. It's not a launch exclusive to Microsoft. It's coming out on all platforms. Well, not the Switch. It should be the Switch. Why can't it come out on the Switch? Come on, Square. I want to play it on the Switch.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm looking forward to it. I gotta go back and play I want to beat the second one, the second Tomb Raider game. I keep the second Tomb. I liked it.
The second rebooted Tomb Raider.
The Tomb Raider. Yeah, I didn't like the first one. Yeah. I didn't like the first one. And Nier Automata.
Automata, yeah.
Potato.
sorry to correct you on.
You're not correcting me. Some people call it Nier Automata.
Well, they are incorrect. They are incorrect. Nier Automata.
Well, who put you in charge?
Nobody put me in charge.
The pronunciation.
I put myself in charge. That's right.
Who put you in charge of the pronunciation?
I put myself in charge.
Automata. Okay. You know what? For the purposes of this conversation, we're just going to refer to it as Nier.
Okay. I'm with that.
Kingdom Hearts 3, you think you get release date on Square's conference?
Sure. I would, because I mean now it's going to be multi-platform and whatnot, right? So they can't just pair up with Sony and be like, hey, look, it's coming out, so and so. This is Xbox and PlayStation. They need some big news to show off. They'll probably have exclusive footage, and I don't think it's going to come out till 2019. But wow. I think they're going to have a release date.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you know what? Surprise, surprise. I disagree with you. It's coming out this year.
I think it's going to come out this year.
That's
exactly what everybody wants. Everybody wants this game like right now.
I think this is a November game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
It very well could be. It very well could be.
I don't even know what's coming out in November because October seems to be the heavy hitters coming out. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Red Dead, all coming out in October. I would say this is a November game. I would say they have to get this out. People are clamoring for this right now, right? Final Fantasy VII remake?
No, I mean, trust me, I said it before, and everyone's been saying it's not going to be out for a while. Like they are making sure this game is perfect, and it takes a lot of resources. This game is huge, right? There's so much to it, and it's the most beloved one in the series that everyone's just like, yes, we need to make this happen. So it's got to be perfect. We would probably see a Final Fantasy 15 Switch port before we hear anything about Final Fantasy 7. I think.
How about this? Dark Horse. Final Fantasy 16? Maybe?
Possibility. Final Fantasy 15 has been out for a couple years. They have put a lot of DLC out for it. I don't think they're putting any new DLC out, so I think it's done. Possibly.
Final Fantasy. I think maybe Final Fantasy 16 trailer when it comes out 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. All right. I'm excited for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm intrigued by Kingdom Hearts because I never really got into it, but it's like an action RPG, and I can dig an action
game. Yeah, it's mostly an action game.
I can dig that, right? Mm-hmm. And I like Disney. I like Disney characters.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
All right, let's go to Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
They're also on Monday.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed game? Come on, we just got one. You're supposed to take a year off.
Well, the question is, do you think it's going to be out this fall?
I hope not. I hope not. Give us a teaser,
and then you want it to happen next year. Yeah.
Give us a teaser.
I'm with you.
And that's it. That's it. Just give us a teaser. That's it. Tell me how much you love making Assassin's Creed games. I want the developers to all come on stage and cry. And don't say anything else. I'll take a Watch Dogs game.
Sure. I mean, it's been what? I guess 2 years now.
2 years. Yeah,
2 years since we had a Watch Dog game. Sure.
I don't know where they would put it. Like, I don't know where they would put it though. I mean, the first one was in Chicago. The second one was in San Francisco, which made sense.
Bring it to New York, baby.
Yeah, they could do that.
Bring it to New York. I mean, I know it's like kind of like cliche and everything, but New York's got so much cachet. Like.
Well, I mean, it's a game about hacking, so everything New York would make sense for it to be, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Or maybe even like Tokyo,
Yeah.
or like Hong Kong, take it overseas.
Ooh, Tokyo. That would be. You know what? I think
Right.
Tokyo is a better choice than New York right now because that's something
Mhm.
different, right? I could
Right.
do that. I would
Right.
love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get more from the Division Two,
Right. Dude. Now.
but we're gonna
The
get
division.
something. I
The
mean,
division's dead, right? The first one is dead. There's no new updates to it. It's out there. Not a lot of people playing it now. I mean, I am hyped. I mean, we know that it's coming. We know it's in development. Definitely a trailer, maybe gameplay footage.
you think coming out this year?
I don't know. That I don't know. That I don't know. I think the division came out Christmas too, right? Came out in like March or whatever.
Yeah.
2015, I think, or 2016. I think it was 2015.
I think if they want this to be a thing, get it out of the way of the Call of Duties and the Red Dead. Like
Right.
nowhere near it. Not even a month later.
Right.
Because
Christmas too.
that player base is going to be strong all
Mhm.
all holiday. I would say March
Mhm.
next year.
Mm-hmm. And
Come
they
out.
have to have more than just Midtown Manhattan. Come on. Fix that mistake.
Well, that's if they stay in New York.
Oh, I think they will, because I mean, they said they're gonna have some sort of like character progression, where like some of your stuff can carry over. So I would assume it would still be in the same city.
I want it to still be in New York, and I want us to heavily get
Same.
into it. I want us to heavily get into it. We said we did. We said we would hit level 30, right? And I think we're almost halfway.
We got like halfway there.
We
got like
stopped.
halfway there.
We got to beat a way out.
We were doing the same missions over and over again, which was the whole problem. There's not enough content.
Come on, Dave. You're supposed to convert me to a multiplayer. Play multiplayer games. We got to beat a way out.
That's not a multiplayer. That is a co-op game through and through.
Oh, come on. Let's play the Division 2. That's right here. Division 2. We're gonna dedicate ourselves to the Division 2.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. When it comes out Q1 2019, we'll be right there. We'll be right there.
Well,
now, I mean, obviously, we need to quickly discuss the Beyond Good and Evil 2, which definitely not this year.
You think so?
Definitely not this year. No way.
You don't think it comes out? Maybe they surprise us.
I mean, that would be a big awesome surprise, But I mean, that game was a long time coming. Nobody expected a Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer last year. If it does come out this fall, like everyone's going to be going crazy for it. Yeah.
Well, selfishly, I hope it's announced for 2019 because I predicted it wouldn't come out this year anyway. I think Ubisoft have a good conference. I think any surprise. Well, Skull and Bones. I forget about Skull and Bones. That's another game that they were pushing that people liked. That's like Assassin's Creed. What was it? Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, without the assassins. That's all. Just all multiplayer boat ship.
Yeah. Well, it's basically Sea of Thieves then, yeah.
It's basically Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
A better version of Sea of Thieves.
Well, it's a Sea of Thieves that's not like the Division with no content. There's actually stuff to do. Yeah, and we have a newcomer to the conference circuit this year. Limited Run Games, our favorite physical release outlet, is getting their own conference, which is awesome. I don't know how much else they're gonna be able to tell you about other than like, here's all the cool games that are going to be coming out physically,
Well,
so they're not going to break any new information.
Well, you know what? I wish we'd have found this out before we did our prediction show, because I would have had a miscellaneous prediction and said Limited Run Games will now have Xbox games. They're now doing Vita games, Switch games, PS4 games, and Xbox games. I think
sure, that would be an announcement. That would be
a huge announcement for E3.
Yeah. I mean, that's about like the biggest news they can like put out. Besides like, oh, Celeste is now getting a physical release on Switch.
That would be big too. I mean,
right?
that
it would be.
That was the first game to get. That was the first game of 2018 to get a perfect score.
Yeah. The game is great, man. Game is great.
And I haven't played it because I'm waiting for the physical release.
So yeah. I mean, looking forward to their conference. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy, but you know.
But that's also on Monday as well.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the top two. Sony. Sony's.
The last two.
Last two.
Come on now.
Sony. They're on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're Monday night. Well, for us, it'll be like 9:00.
Right.
They've already said they got the 4 big games
that
they're going to focus on, and that's
Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, and
The Last of Us Part 2.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, and Death Stranding.
Right.
Finally, we're going to get gameplay of Death Stranding, and Kojima sort of has been trolling everybody on Instagram with his pictures of Death Stranding.
So the big question I have. So Spider-Man is this fall, right?
It's coming out in September.
Right.
September is Nintendo Online.
Yep.
Spider-Man and Tomb Raider
Tomb Raider. Oh, Red Dead. Red Dead's October.
October. Right. Yes.
So Last of Us 2 also this year, right?
I say no.
Oh, you think it's going to go to next year?
I think Death Stranding, The Last of Us Part 2 are holiday or spring of next year.
Holiday of next year? Oh,
I think
you gotta be
I think
kidding me.
Death Stranding is I would say spring, maybe.
I would definitely say spring and not holiday next year.
I think Last of Us Part 2 is holiday.
Holiday like Christmas too, or OG
No,
Christmas?
no, OG Christmas, and I'll tell you why. Because today they announced that Days Gone has a release date of February 22nd.
Okay, so that's getting pushed to 2019.
So that's getting pushed 2019. I cannot see a world where they put out The Last of Us Part 2 3 months before or 3 months after another zombie game, their first party zombie game, and Days Gone. They have to spread it out. They have to spread it out. Because if you put out The Last of Us Part 2 this holiday, you just kill off Days Gone because that's what it's going to get compared to. Days Gone needs to come out first, right? Because that's a new IP. That needs to come out first with nothing around it, nothing that, like no big games around it. It has to have its own, sort of time to breathe. I think Death Stranding is more of a different game, so it wouldn't be compared to that at all.
Death Stranding is always going to be in its own category because it's Kojima. Kojima's a beast,
So I can see a world where Death Stranding comes out like May of 2019, and The Last of Us Part 2 is the big holiday release of September or November of next year. Far away from Days Gone. Let Days Gone sort of thrive and have its own time to shine, and then people get tired of it, they go off to The Last of Us Part 2. And by the way, the release trailer for Days Gone looks awesome. That's the trailer they should have put out at E3 last year.
Right.
Okay. Because it gives it sort of like, now I understand like sort of what the game's about, the story. So I'm a little bit more hyped for it now that I've seen the trailer than I was the last 2 years, Right.
So we've talked about everything that we've talked about is known. It's been out there. It's all from last year. We've known about all this stuff that's coming out. What's going to be new?
I don't think they're going to do any big announcements because they're already, sort of the leader of this generation, and they want to focus on games. They first of all, they want to do something different. So they want to focus on the games that are going to actually come out. They'll probably be VR focused. in the beginning of the conference.
Yeah.
We've already saw a VR game announced that, yesterday? There's a new Tetris game coming out.
There is a new Tetris game. I am hype. We didn't see
Tetris
too much of the
Effect.
gameplay, but it looks beautiful.
Tetris Effect coming out for PS4 and PSVR.
Mhm.
And it's the creators of Rez and Luminous, right?
Yep. Which, that guy is a genius. I love all the stuff that he puts out. Super, quality stuff. So we know that's coming. There's got to be some more VR stuff. I still think, my prediction about Resident Evil 2 remake getting a VR treatment. I think that's possible. And I'm going to say they're going to do another remaster and they're going to drop the bomb. It's, it's going to be Crashworthy, I don't know what it's going to be, but maybe it's like the first 3 Tekken games. Maybe it's Siphon Filter. I don't know, but they have a lot of good franchises to pull from.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. And we went pretty long in the last episode, on predictions episode, but just as an update to the prediction, is it that it will be shown at their conference, or debuted at their conference? Because what if?
I mean, it's going to be an announcement. That's as much as I can tell you. Whether they're going to have footage of it or not.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if Capcom has a compilation of, let's say it's Konami, right? There's been news that Konami is bringing 2 games to the Switch, right? This at E3, and everyone's thinking it's going to be Castlevania. We're going to get Castlevania, sort of 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch, and maybe what was the other one? Metal Gear Solid, right? A HD collection on the Switch. But what if Konami says, okay, it's Castlevania 1, 2, and 3, right? And it's coming out all platforms, but is it that they show it at the PS4 conference, or they debut it at the PS4 conference? That's the only thing I want to clarify from your prediction.
What's the difference?
Okay, well, what if Konami sort of has their own direct, and it's announced at their sort of conference?
No. Sony's gonna have it at their conference, and they will break an announcement on something.
Okay, because I said, Anthem was shown at E3's conference, EA's conference, and then they had gameplay at Xbox's conference,
right? Sony's going to break some.
Okay, so it would debut. It's going to debut on a Sony's conference.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Are you good on all that right now? Are you good on all that?
I just want a clarification.
When I am right, you're not gonna dispute my point.
Listen, you just said show. I just want to know, is it debuted? Because what if EA has something and then they debut at their conference and then they show it at Sony's conference? That's all I wanted to know.
I'm talking about a remaster game, right?
I know.
Anything crazy? If anything crazy, it's definitely not a new IP. It's not,
No, I know. I just want to know.
Platform thing that Sony's going to have up. Sony will have it. Sony will break the news. Boom.
Okay, so Sony will debut it. So they will break the news. Okay, that's all I want. That's all I wanted.
Sony will debut.
I just wanted clarification.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I think they're gonna start off the conference with VR support. Well, the numbers are doing well, and then VR support, and then we'll get boom, 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 the heavy hitters. I don't think we'll get any real surprise announcements. Even though I am hoping for a Portable 2, regardless if it's PSP, Vita, whatever they want to call it. That's my dark horse pick.
Okay.
All right. And lastly, and certainly not least, Nintendo. It's official. They're going to have a Direct on Tuesday.
Yep.
And it looks like they have if you look at the schedule they tweeted out, they have a bunch of things, the Treehouse Live and all that stuff. No mention of 3DS. So, are they going to have are they going to mention the 3DS at all? I think they will at Treehouse Live. We'll probably get a release date for, I think, Luigi's Mansion remake, right? Remaster or remake for 3DS. Is that coming out? I don't think we got a release date for that,
Didn't we have that already?
No, it didn't come out yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I think the big things Nintendo needs to nail, obviously Smash 5, playable, and, they're going to announce some like new characters and whatnot are coming into the game. The online play, obviously, which I am predicting Smash 5 will debut with the online service. We need to get more details on that, when that's actually coming out, all the kind of bits and pieces that go along with that,
What about remember there was things to talk about the third party port for Diablo 3, right?
Sure.
You think we'll see that? We'll see that.
I mean, Diablo's been out since like 2013 maybe, or 14 or whatever it is. Like,
I know, but it needs to be ported to the Switch.
I know. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't we see that? I think it's been in development for a little bit. Blizzard definitely knows. We had it on Xbox, we had it on PlayStation. Those were great ports of the game. It actually worked really well on the controller, surprisingly. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a safe bet. Metroid Prime 4.
We need to see
show
Metroid.
footage of that.
We need Metroid. We need to see footage of Metroid.
Metroid Prime 4 footage. I don't know if it's going to be out this Christmas. It may leak into Christmas too, but I would say definitely by the first quarter of 2019. That'll definitely get people hype.
And I got to say, I missed this in my predictions. I believe this is something that could happen. They did last year with the SNES Classic and Star Fox 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We think they're doing an N64 Mini, right? Which I did predict. I had that prediction for a while. I should have said, I think the sort of like the big reveal for N64 Mini will be, Earthbound 64, right? I mean, they were in production of that game. Like, that game was in development.
You overestimate how much they had done in that game. Yeah. It was maybe halfway done.
Maybe we don't get the full game. Maybe we get half the game. It says it's playable. You can play what was done. We touched it up.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And then they say you play that, that's done, and then guess what? You have a brand new game coming up for the Switch next year. Earthbound Switch.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think you're right about the N64. They're probably going to end the conference with that. That'll be the mic drop moment.
Coming to the Switch.
Yeah. Doubtful.
No, all right.
I mean, the last time we had a Earthbound game, I think, was on the GBA. I think there was a Nintendo version, Mother 1, in Japan. Never came out here. I don't think, or maybe like the Mother 1 and 2 GBA port. I'm not 100% sure. Earthbound came out here, which was Mother 2. And then there was the Mother 3, which I believe was the N64 game, which was Earthbound 64, which never saw the light of day. So, I don't know, maybe, we do have Ness and Smash, they had Ness and Lucas. So we do have two characters from that world in Smash, and people definitely love those characters. So, there's a chance they're bringing it back, hopefully, but I don't have a lot of faith.
Oh God, this is it, man. This is the Super Bowl of video games. This is the time we wait for every year.
I know.
I took off this year. Last year we did 3 days in a row.
We did.
And I was dead tired when I went to work, so I took those days off.
Talk about old man Robinson over here. Can't hang.
Listen, man. I'm a GMG.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're a I don't even know.
You can't even make fun of me.
I don't even know.
You're an old man gamer too. Shut up.
I can't make fun of me. Like I said before, I went to a baseball game, had a couple drinks, came home, did the show, cut it up, and put it up in the morning. That's dedication, folks. That's how much I care about you, the fans. All right? I'm just saying that. Dan Robinson over here. I gotta take a day or two off. I can't.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out
But
of
that's
here.
great though. It's great. I am definitely a little bit envious. You get to 100% devote all your attention to these conferences. I get to put it in a little corner of my dual screen monitor setup at work, and every now and again, casually glance over and see what they're streaming. So
Listen. I ran a marathon. I saved 2 babies from a burning building. Okay, all right.
and
I went
then
to a
you woke up
wedding.
and went to work.
I went to a wedding,
Uh-huh.
and I came and I performed and I did it, and I did a show with you. Okay,
When did all this happen? When did all this happen? Never. Yes.
around episode
Yes.
55.
Uh-huh.
Go back and listen. Go back and listen.
Yeah.
Go
All right. All right. I don't remember any of that, but maybe it's just me in my old age.
Yeah. Your memory is shot. I'm sorry.
So yeah, that about does it for our E3 2018 pre-show. Remember that we have 3 shows coming up: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So please stay tuned, subscribe, download, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys for listening to this show. Thank you for being fans. Thanks to A Cartridge Gamer again for being on the show last week. He was fantastic. Please go back and listen to that episode. If you want to interact with us, you can do so on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Vero at Rated G for Gamers. If you want to email us, you can do so at info@ratedgforgamers.com. So please like, listen, subscribe, and as always,
Keep gaming.